So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here, a clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. I'm your commentator, Peter Drury, and providing his unique brand of expert analysis, here's Jim Beglin.
Hi Peter, it's great to be here.
There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. So straight into the action.
Well, this 4-4-2 formation is often used in the modern era defensively, but it used to be the gold standard of formations a generation or so ago, Peter, and it does allow the fullbacks to play a key role in attack.
Yeah, they offer most of the width, don't they?
Exactly. You want them to be high up the pitch so they can get themselves into the final third whenever possible. This will, of course, ask an awful lot of the centre halves and the central midfielders, who need to drop into position and cover the spaces.
Now it's Ibrahimovic. And that's a foul. Simple decision for the referee. Well, he can't say now that he hasn't been warned.
Well, he knew what he was taking on there, Peter, and special delivery from the ref.
Forward tracking back like that, always appreciated by the crowd.
Yeah, listen, we often get critical of a forward's tackle, but that was squeaky clean.
Now it's Messi. Rice. Mbappe. Lovely feet. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Yeah, he's offering an apology for that. He needed to deliver a better ball. Nesta kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. Rice. Good, strong midfield running here. And this is Cruyff, so no flag here. Nesta did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on.
Well, the box was just so congested there, Peter. There was absolutely no space to work with.
Had a foul? Yes, the referee's given it. Now he's running away. Oh, super ball. Mbappe! And that was probably asking just too much.
You can never be too safe with someone like him around. They got away with that.
Arsenal are still to register a shot on target. As a matter of fact, a shot of any type. Vieira. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And this is Ibrahimovic, and this is Messi. He is through here. Bellingham. Rice. Ferdinand makes the interception. Ernest. And here's Ibrahimovic. Ibrahimovic. Now it's... And the shot! Now that is commitment to the cause.
Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
Messi plays it short. And here's Messi. Goes for goal! No, he's missed it.
Well, let's just consider that one a rangefinder, Peter. It certainly wasn't troubling the goalkeeper.
And this is Cruyff. Now it's Messi. Messi going face-to-face with his great rival. Araujo. Ferdinand is pretty much the definition of the word uncompromising. Good defending there, they've slammed the door in the faces of the opposition. Seedorf. Vieira. And it's Messi. And he's there to retrieve it. Bellingham. Messi. Now there's a fine ball. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. So still we are where we began. It's 0-0. Another pass just keeps it ticking over. And that's an excellent interception. Bellingham. Vieira. Now it's Cruyff. Just eases him off the ball. Now it's Messi. Vieira. And it's Seedorf. Looking for the run. Takes a shot! And he's done it!
Well, that's very much changed the complexion. It's also changed mindsets and moods in both teams, and it had to be him. Yeah, a fantastic run and a fantastic pass to play him in. Both needed to be timed to perfection, and they were.
So the first goal of... Chance for a shot! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Thuram. It's an inviting looking ball, that. Nesta. That's it, 45 minutes up. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff. What do you think we're up to after 45 minutes?
Well, I'm a little bit worried for them and the way they've looked in transitions, Peter. They've been a bit exposed, so they might be only one down, but they can't afford to have any more sloppy moments. Concede another, and we know it's an awful long way back.
Arsenal have made the crucial breakthrough, and they're looking pretty satisfied at the break. And we're already back up and running after half-time.
Arsenal definitely want to carry on in a similar manner, although I would exercise some caution, Peter. You wouldn't want to leave yourself open in the early minutes trying to kill this off.
Mbappe. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Vieira. Vieira. There he goes, motoring forward. Great chance! And that has earned a few nods of approval from the bench. This their second corner of the game. They've played it short. And now a sudden chance to counter. Vieira. Hernes is a player who barely needs an invitation to shoot. Mbappe being hounded, manhandled at times.
Yeah, and what they've got to realise, Peter, is that they won't get away with excessive force for long, so they're running a fine line now.
Being still separated by the game's only goal. Now it's Mbappe, looking to play him in. Vieira. Well, that is one way to stop him. Maldini with the challenge, and he has given away a free kick.
Sostituzione per il Milan. Numero 6, numero 41, numero 10.
And it's Yaya Toure.
Numero 20.
Arsenal leading then, courtesy of the goal scored late in the first half here. And the score is 1-0.
Numero 14.
And this is Hazard.
Il numero 9. Eto'o. Cambio di
Thuram
giocatori.
defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Yaya Toure, always wanting the ball, always wanting to do something different with it. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, I'm inclined to feel that if I was in that dugout, I'd want the players to get on the front foot and grab another. Just try to make this one safe. Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
And here's Hazard. Oh, nice touch. Hazard will not want to lose out here, not against... Oh, he's tripped him right on the cusp of the penalty area. Arsenal presented with a golden opportunity here. The chance to pull further clear. Calm as you like, and they're running away with it. Not a twitch, not a blink.
Played a game of double bluff here, I think.
And it didn't take him long. Just sitting on the bench and waiting moments ago, already he has scored.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
Arsenal are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
Well, now's the time you can afford to be more daring, Peter. It may be tempting to sit on this, but I'd say go and grab a third.
It's Pele! And no mistake. Just one goal in it now. Game on. As simple as you like, the outcome utterly inevitable.
Some great movement here, and the pass was perfect. All he had to do was just apply the finishing touch.
Just one in it now.
Oh, we have a very different game on our hands now, all of a sudden. This one's totally up for grabs.
Now it's Eto'o. He's got plenty of space out wide here. Big chance! Denied by an instinctive save.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure. Milan really are showing all the necessary urgency, but it's potency they need.
Quick look, thought about cutting inside. And this is Hazard. I think that's offside. Yes, it is. no, he's got that wrong. It's a pretty loose pass. Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. That's tidy. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Hazard. Yaya Toure. Can he get on the end of this? That is great defending, so alert.
Arsenal nearly finished it off there, but now it's a case of waiting for the whistle.
And that is a little undercooked. And the finish! Oh, and that is really good tenacity. The message is simple: defend this with your lives. Schmeichel breathes a sigh of relief as he gets his hands on the ball. And now they can spring out of defence.
Ci saranno 3 minuti di recupero.
Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Chouameni is a perfect combination of brain and brawn. It's a good run down the right. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
So that's it. It is all over. Arsenal proudly puff out their chests in victory. They know that. Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. I'm Peter Drury, and seated in the experts' hot seat is our man Jim Beglin.
Hi Peter, always good to work with you. I'm really looking forward to this now.
Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. Things already rolling. Threads one in. There's the shot! Goal!
Well, they would have been looking at him to produce the goods, and that was very kind of him to oblige so early.
One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
Milan are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
He is just caressing the ball. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And it's Bellingham. Botafogo leading here thanks to that early goal. And the score is 1-0. Thuram. Now it's Rice. Looking for the run. Great ball. Bellingham! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Now it's Ibrahimovic. Well read, nice interception.
This is the time you need that pace.
And smartly reclaimed. Hoeneß. Chance here to counter. Seedorf. Now, can they get him away? Thuram demonstrating his defensive quality there.
Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
And it's been taken short. Tries to play it through. Well, they've got it back in a hurry. Pressing high and with purpose. Rice can see things others simply cannot. Now it's Messi. And it's Messi. Roberto Carlos scooting forward. Hoeneß. That's good running with the ball. Hoeneß. And the shot! In he goes again! It's a goal! 2 up now, and they are cruising. Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Well, Peter, I know from experience there are players who always seem to know where the ball's going to end up. This isn't about luck at all, despite what people say. Just keep an eye on his movement.
Botafogo are doing very nicely, thank you.
Yeah, and you have to say that the contrast of moods are very visible now. They really fancy themselves to go and wrap things up.
Messi. And Messi! And it's in! And wow, he has given that a right old hit.
That is simply tremendous. I mean, how easy would it have been to get across it or overhit it? Perfection.
Milan cut their deficit and look raring to go again.
Well, what a difference a goal makes. Now all of a sudden it seems the belief is back.
Messi. Bellingham. Now Mbappe. Bellingham. Nesta produces the perfect tackle there. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. He's a sharp little ball. And the shot! And that's a sharp finish.
Yeah, that's really well played, Peter. It's very, very simple. The ball through to him was just beautifully measured.
Well, that has changed the dynamic somewhat.
Well, this is nothing less than they deserve, Peter. They're in the driving seat now.
And he's got to... takes the shot! Seedorf. And here's Mbappe. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Rice. Oh, it's come loose. Can he stop it going out? Oh, he's been caught napping. Yeah, he's pulled him up for that challenge. The ref's been lenient here. I doubt he'll get too many more chances.
Well, not the best way to deal with it, but the old threat of pace clearly made him feel a tad uncomfortable. Well, that's really unfortunate. He'll be kicking himself at the moment, and believe me, I know how that feels.
So one moment's crazy confusion, but they all count.
Look, often chances are hard to come by in these games, so just one mistake could be all it takes to make the difference.
Challenge just a bit on the firm
Ci
side.
saranno 3 minuti
You've
di
got to
recupero.
make this nice and quick.
It's a good ball out wide. Rice picks it up out wide. And it's Messi. Can he finish? Oh, wonderful, wonderful Lionel Messi! A finish of true class. They have grabbed themselves an equaliser.
Well, you have to credit the desire there. These boys knew they were in a battle, and they did exactly what was needed to get back into it. That's going to make the boss just a little happy now.
Gorgeous, just gorgeous.
It's almost poetry in motion, Peter, isn't it? The way he wraps his foot round the ball so effortlessly. Amazing.
Well, what a game we have on our hands here.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter, when you've got two strong teams of fairly equals.
And that is the end of the first half. High octane, high tempo, high scoring. That was quite a half of football. No, well, the pickings certainly have been rich in this first half.
Well, it's been played at such a frenetic pace. I'm amazed it's only been 45 minutes. I'm wondering whether these players are going to be able to maintain that energy.
Well, as remarkable as it is, this is where we stand, an extraordinary scoreline, and it's only half-time. So once again, we're underway. Looks to the other side.
That's a cracking pass to stretch the opposition.
Strong running down that left flank. Nicely weighted ball. That is a great pick out. Mbappe gets flagged offside. Araujo, very much a man of this moment. Looking to pass their way up the pitch. Rice. Now he's got space here. Araujo cuts out the pass. Rice is sporting a guilty look after that.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
Well, he's certainly caught him there. It's a free kick. There's a quick free kick. A quick look, thought about cutting inside. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do.
Well, that might be the first time they've gone long, Peter. They've clearly been told to try something different.
Mbappe! Oh, belter! That is a gem! An absolute gem! And the game is well and truly turned on its head.
Messi really played that return ball to perfection there, Peter. He knew the exchange was on and he put it on a plate for his teammate. That was just gorgeous.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
Yeah, I always felt...
Goes for a shot! That's another chance! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Sostituzione per il Milan. Numero
Corner
11.
number 2 then.
Numero 10. Messi. Numero 20. Lasciano il campo per il numero 9.
Eze goes
Eto'o.
short.
Il numero 15.
And here's Eze.
Attenzione,
Real
un cambio.
chance! Ambitious, but just off target.
Yeah, certainly could have been something so much more.
And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Bellingham. Bellingham venturing down the left. So what can they make of this? That pass has been well intercepted. Eze going face to face with his great rival. Oh, we expected better, and so did he.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
They're coming again and again.
They just need to sort out their end product, and quickly.
And here's Eto'o. Lam plays it across.
Yeah, I think if that can be repeated...
Sostituzione per il Milan. Numero 6.
So a bit of a revolving
Numero
door
41.
here. Lots and lots of
Lasciano il campo
changes.
per il numero 23. Il numero 14.
Now that looks a decent ball. Can he get it through? This looks promising. Eze, the magician-in-chief, his feet twinkling. Vieira. And it's Tchouaméni. Looking to play him in. It's a promising position. And that's gone all the way through to the keeper. Bale being watched hawkishly here.
Yeah, and if they're going to try and stop him in this fashion, Peter, they're going to really test the referee's patience from here.
Pele, can he get on the end of this? And he is deftly away. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it. Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
Now it's Eto'o. The less said about that pass, the better. Caught offside that time. Vieira. And it's Eto'o. Vieira. Pele. Now it's Bruno Fernandes. Looking for options for movement. Oh, he's found support out wide. Too much on it, and that is an easy claim for the keeper.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Aimed beyond the defence. Chance, surely! And there's a goal! They've done it again! It is incredible!
Oh, what a fabulous game this is. It just keeps getting better and better.
Truly superb. A goal of such supreme quality, composure and class.
Just the sort of forward pass he's been looking for. Very telling.
It is compelling, this, utterly compelling.
Well, needless to say, Peter, they're eager to get going, but you have to wonder how much these boys have left in the tank.
Azar, and here's the chance to counter. 5 minutes left on the clock. Another pass, just keeps it ticking over. Takes a shot! And he couldn't finish.
Oh, it's very good running, that. You're always going to have chances with that kind of movement.
Vieira. Now it's Bale. It's a really well-measured ball. And that was asking for too much.
Well, they shouldn't be dawdling at this stage. They need to get the ball in the mixer, and quickly.
Vieira.
Il quarto uomo indica 4 minuti di
Confirmation
recupero.
that there will be 4 minutes stoppage time. Lobbed in behind. Oh, that was vital. Vieira. He shifted it to the flank. Ball is over the line. Vieira gets across to intercept that. And that's that. What a game, a contest of ferocity and marvellous talent from start to finish. How would you sum up what we've witnessed, Jim?
I thought it lived up to its billing, Peter. Very competitive, open and entertaining, and a little debating room as to whether the outcome was fair.
So just time for me to say thanks to Jim for his wisdom and to wish you all a very good evening. Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. My name's Peter Drury, and here's my co-commentator for the game. It's Jim Beglin.
Well, thanks for that, Peter. I'm more than ready to get going here.
Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. So things are underway.
Well, this 4-4-2 formation is often used in the modern era defensively, but it used to be the gold standard of formations a generation or so ago, Peter, and it does allow the fullbacks to play a key role in attack.
Yeah, they offer most of the width, don't they?
Exactly. You want them to be high up the pitch so they can get themselves into the final third whenever possible. This will, of course, ask an awful lot of the centre halves and the central midfielders, who'll need to drop into position and cover the spaces.
And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Botafogo clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Hernes. And he's there to get it away. And reclaimed it in a trice. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Cruyff is onto this. Rice receives it in, and the shot! And it's hit the woodwork and out! And here's the chance to counter. So, Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
Well, Pete...
Hernes! Good run, lovely take, but that is where it stopped.
He did well there, held his run enough to ensure he didn't stray offside.
Vieira. Now it's Bellingham. Mbappe! Oh, sweet feet. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. No change to the score, 0-0 it remains. Rice plays the game a step ahead of almost anyone. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Vieira. Botafogo do have a chance to counter here. It's Seedorf. And it's Roberto Carlos. Roberto Carlos got a long way forward to join the attack. And again! Goal! Botafogo! And there is your opener. A truly wicked strike, nigh on perfection.
Oh, it was a real beauty, Peter, and while many might have just lashed out at it, he took his time and he put it where very few can.
So we have the first goal.
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's always the #1 contender, and he's done it again. Milan definitely have the look of a team that likes to counter-attack, Peter.
Yeah, that is clear. Just look at how they line up.
Well, in other words...
He's going for goal! He's got away with one there. Thuram. That's been cut out, well played. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. And the score is 1-0. He can run onto that. And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside. That has not gone well. I think that's offside. Yes, it is. Araujo. Botafogo are one up and looking surprisingly comfortable. Mbappe! He's having a hit! And that caused a fair bit of alarm.
Mbappe certainly made the right decision there to hit it first time. I had the feeling he might try it the way the ball arrived.
Ferdinand is very much of the non-shell pass school of defending. Mbappe, and that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And Messi! I'll be a bit disappointed with that.
Well, that was certainly bold, Peter. He's never short on confidence.
Vieira tries to pass it through. Crosses it in here. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. Rice. Oh, easy pickings there. No, he's not getting his way this time. Whistle's gone, that's a foul. And it's Seedorf. That's been intercepted.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Messi gets into a good position. And this is Messi. Ferdinand. So a temporary halt to the action. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead and that gives them something to build on after the break. Botafogo coming in at half-time, leading by 1-0.
I thought that was a decent 45 minutes of football. Plenty of signs that both managers can take a lot of encouragement from. I would say the mood is neither overly negative nor positive. You still have to approach this like it's 0-0.
Botafogo are in a pretty decent position after 45 minutes. 1-0 to the good. Back on the way then. Oh, great leap! And he hits the net. And this is getting better and better. Certain, searing and imperious.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
You can really sense how important this goal was for them. They needed it, now they have it.
Ferdinand. Nesta is one of those players who's known for reading the game better than anyone. Seedorf. Hernes. Bellingham. Vieira.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
And here's Cruyff. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Hernes. Now it's Mbappe. And it's Seedorf. Roberto Carlos. He is through here. Swings it across. Schmeichel claims it. Safe hands. Time and again they are repelled. This is a promising build-up. Mbappe. Good ball, good take. Thuram did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped. They've been denied a chance to develop any rhythm in the passing department.
Hernes. Roberto Carlos has it out wide and in space. And that has been knocked clear. Great defending, strong and determined. And now the breakaway. Messi. And he's forced to go back. Pressing high and with purpose. Ibrahimovic going after that. Vieira. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. That's a super give and go. And that's a simple one for the keeper.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Hernes. And it's Ibrahimovic. And he welcomes it in. And he is Mbappe! That's really well cleared. And that's gone loose. Hernes. Oh, that is a good ball to find him.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Not the most convincing of passes. Hernes. Vieira did well to step in there. That was more than necessary. Just about up to 75 minutes. Thuram. Nice sequence of passes, this.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
Nicely spread. Messi picks it up out. Real chance! And that's a good finish. A truly super goal. What a spiky hit that was.
That is simply tremendous. I mean, how easy would it have been to get across it or overhit it? Perfection.
Sostituzione per il Milan. Numero 6, numero 11, numero 20, numero 41.
So we have movement on both
numero
benches.
10, Messi.
Just one in it
Lasciano il
now.
campo per
Well, they'll just be
il
praying
numero
that one
23,
more chance
il
falls their
numero
way
9,
before the
e
whistle goes.
Il numero 8, il numero
Nesta.
15. Cambio di
And it's
giocatore.
Lahm. Lahm ventures forward. Whistle's gone, that's a foul. Just a talking to, I think. Yes, it is.
Well, there's lots of movement in the box for them to pick out.
Vieira. And he welcomes it in. Distributed tidily. Pings it across.
Botafogo clearly have been instructed to kill this off. Offence is the best form of defence.
And he is dashing away. Pele had a really good go at breaking through, but ultimately he was just about kept out. And he shoots! And it's in! And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
And very quickly, the substitute made his mark.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
Numero 25.
So we have further activity on the bench here. Botafogo now in a position far more desirable.
Well, that's pretty much sealed it now, and surely, Peter, we're not going to see any complacency after that.
Marcelo finding himself in space.
There's much frustration as to the lack of a touch to finish that off.
In once more. Oh, good effort! And it's there! With fun and fury, they continue to do their thing. A really thumping header, absolutely crashes it in.
Superb timing to generate that power through a really strong neck behind it, and he gave the keeper little opportunity.
Il quarto uomo indica 4 minuti di recupero.
Botafogo visibly comfortable, now up by... Can he finish? Superb from Rice! Sumptuous finish, an absolute joy! Untouchable, remorseless, relentless, a class of their own. Well, how's that for a class finish?
Well, that's great disguise he got on that finish too. Just toying with the defence, making them guess the wrong thing to do.
Takes the shot! Oh, great effort, but he's produced a save to match. And we have our very first corner. Oh, good climb! And with that, the end. Oh, this is